Here with Waylon Jennings, doing some rear bearings and a front wheel stud on this BRZ here. So here you go. Is come in here, and you're gonna take off this bolt right here and this same one on the bottom. They hold on the caliper bracket, so this whole thing will come off. They're 14 millimeter hex on this car. Whole thing, just wiggle it off or use a little pry bar or something in there if you have to. Set it to the side. Don't let it hang. It's supposed to be bad for the hose. All right, now we're gonna take the rotor off. We live in Ohio, so everything gets rusted. So I'm going to smack it around here with a hammer to get it loose. Voila. All right, next thing I'm gonna do is take off this big axle nut. 32 millimeter socket. I'm using an impact gun, but if you don't have an impact gun, if you're using a breaker bar or ratchet or whatever, you should be able to take the center cap out of the wheel, like pop out, and then stick your socket through that and bolt the wheel back on and put the car on the ground and loosen it up like that. Axle's loose, that's good. Next thing I'm going to do, the hub bolts themselves, which are back here. And if you look, these are two of them. 1, 2, right there. And then on the other side, there are 2 more. 1, 2. You're going to take all 4 of those out. They look like 14 or 15, but let me check. Yeah, they're let's see, what's that? 14 millimeters.
Hell yeah, boy!
All right, after you get those out, it's probably not going to come loose because it's corroded into place. So let's get the big hammer and smack the hub around here. It'll eventually come loose. I guess it doesn't matter if you hit the studs because you're replacing them.
Yeah.
Try not to hit the parking brake stuff though. I might have to take the parking brake stuff off or get the air hammer and cheat. Yeah, if you have to take the parking brake stuff off to get a better hit on it, go ahead. That's a whole other project that I'm not going to do if I don't have to. Yeah, it didn't even move yet. This always happens. Don't be alarmed. Alright, so I'm gonna have to take the parking brake off here. So I'm taking off these 2 little top springs with some pliers. Take these little things off. Let's see if I can do it by hand. So these are like kind of little springs too. If it's not focusing, sometimes you start. That phone sucks. And there's these little like flaps in there. You just have to line them with the slots. will come out. If you reach your hand around back here, let me see. You can see there's this pin going through to the front. This is what holds on those parking brake shoes. And if you go to the back, and you could kind of twist it with your finger to get it to line up with this slot in this thing. Just take it out. Sitting like this, you gotta push this down, twist this, and it'll come out of there. This is Waylon Jennings always slamming on that e-brake, drifting, you know? Wowzers. I'm cheating, I'm using the air hammer. You guys probably don't have that, but if you smack on this hard enough, it'll come off, trust me. And we're in Ohio, even you're probably not. I thought it was going to come out because it started separating a tiny bit on this side. That side is still on there though.
I might have knocked it loose on that one.
Yep. All right. We're going to keep going on it. I guess it's... Crikey, mate! It's moving!
There it goes.
There it goes, brother. Crikey, mate! Woo! Yeah. She's angry, mate. Just feel that, though. Feel when you spin it. That's a bad, horrible wheel, like spinning it with your hoof. You feel how grindy it is?
Yeah.
That's weird noise. Dude, look at this shit. Like, we had to beat that thing's ass to take it out. God damn. Well, that one came out. You saw it. Here's a new one. Installation should be much easier than removal at this point. Same thing you gotta do. Line these holes back up. And then these are the 4 bolts that go there, and there to the back side. On the new bearing, when I put a new bearing in, I like to take some grease and put it on the splines so those don't ever get seized in there. Put it on the axle and put some in the bearing as well. Put the rotor on. Oh shit, never mind. I have to rebuild the parking brake.
So what I did was I just left the other side together because we're doing both wheel bearings, but so I could see how it goes together here.
Alright, so got everything back together, got the caliper on, the parking brake together. The torque on these axle nuts is 140 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna try this as a trick. You jam like a screwdriver or something into the rotor. It'll kind of lock it against the caliper there, and you can torque it. Makes things a little faster. All right, last thing for this little knob is right here. You see there's like a little notch in the axle. Take that nut, put like a screwdriver or a chisel on it or something, and kind of fold it into that. See how it like, zoom up on there. So that's just so it can't back off if it ever for some reason becomes loose. Yep, and that should be good. Put your wheel back on, you're good to go.
Thank you and have a nice day.